Hey gang, this is Mortar, and you're listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
This is Mikko Maestro, and you're listening Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hey, this is the troublemaker, Shannon LeVangie, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, bringing you the latest exclusive breaking news, previewing and reviewing the latest shows from WWE, AEW, and New Japan every Saturday, and interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I am, of course, your host, James J., alongside Kaliko Yachts and Scooter Dust, who are not currently here. But it's still a great day for wrestling, because we are wrestling with the troublemaker, Shannon LeVangie.
Hello, thank you for having me, and I like the little, song in there. It's such a bop, and I'm very excited to be here.
And we're excited to have you on, Shannon. Thank you so much for coming on. And where can we find more of you?
So you can find me. I am on Twitter and Instagram. Both handles are at Shannon LeVangie. So I keep it pretty simple when it comes to that.
All right, and where can we find you on any upcoming dates?
Let's see. So March 6th, we have a Chaotic show that will be taking place in Dover, New Hampshire. Chaotic's first time being back in New Hampshire in a very long time, so we are very excited for that. It was supposed to be the beginning of February, but got postponed due to the storm, so that will be coming up, and you can see me there.
All right, and do you have merchandise yet?
I do not yet. I'm actually in the process of making it right now, so hopefully I will have that out very soon, in which that case, hopefully I'll have it soon, so whenever you see me at a show, you can get it there, but I am in the process right now of making that.
Shorts and headbands?
Yes, I actually am making headbands too,
All right.
so yes, of course.
Now you said it. You work for Chaotic Wrestling and NCW Wrestling. Can you tell us about your relationship with those companies?
Yeah, so I first started in Chaotic in July. I entered the Chaotic Countdown as my debut. And then shortly after that, I debuted in NCW in a tag team match. It was me and Randy Rivera versus Becca and Ricky Smokes. And yeah, since then, it's been awesome. Especially with Chaotic, I've gotten to do so much for them, so much more than I would have ever have expected so early on in my wrestling career. But I've gotten so many opportunities, and I've been having the time of my life, and it's been amazing working for the both companies.
Okay, let's unpack there. Your second ever match was against Becca and Ricky Smokes. That kind
Yes.
of like throwing you into the fire, so to speak.
Yes, they're two very good wrestlers, and I was very excited to so early on get to be in a tag team match with both of them. Unfortunately, me and Randy Rivera did not win the match, but I mean, if you're gonna lose to anybody, I feel like Becca and Ricky Smokes are two pretty good people to be losing to. So I thought we had a great showing. It was a great debut at NCW to kind of get myself out there, get people to know who Shannon LeVangie is. So while it was kind of being thrown into the fire, I'm very happy that's the way I got to make my debut there.
Oh, absolutely. It seems like you kind of drive in that atmosphere because I believe the battle royal you were speaking about, you eliminated Smashmaster and Mortal, correct?
I did. I entered the match. They were standing in the middle of the ring because they have just basically destroyed everybody else who's in that match. And not gonna lie, walking in, I was like, all right, this probably is not going to go very well for me, but we're going to give it a try. We're going to go in. And yeah, somehow, some way, I managed to eliminate both of them. And I think it definitely shocked me, and I think it shocked everybody there too, because obviously you're not going to expect some girl who at the time, it was my debut, so nobody knew who I was. eliminate like this huge tag team, like one of the best tag teams in Chaotic, eliminate both of them as soon as she enters. So I was very shocked by it myself, but I think it was just such a cool moment that got everyone so excited.
Definitely, one of those unexpected moments. But Smashmaster was one of your trainers, correct?
He is, yes.
So kind of bittersweet, eliminating him from the match.
It was, but I feel like that kind of makes it even more cool. Like, hey, look, I just eliminated one of my trainers, like in my debut. I feel like it kind of adds a little extra, like that's even cooler now. But yeah, definitely a little bittersweet, but definitely more sweet.
Oh, absolutely. And now from July to December, in December, you were made a main staple of chaotic wrestling. What did that mean to you to be, say, okay, we're putting our money down on this goal?
That honestly, it meant so much to me because I started training last January at the New England Pro Wrestling Academy, which Chase runs that school and runs Chaotic. So right when I started, my goal was to get to Chaotic and to wrestle for them. So then, 7, 8 months later, to start becoming a staple and a regular there, I was just so excited because that was my goal when I started. To reach my goal like relatively quickly, I was so happy to like get to represent the company that I wanted to represent from day one. And I just think that it's I've been doing so much more in that time than I would have thought from day one. I don't think I would have thought, oh, half a year from now, I'm going to be like in a company, being a regular, wrestling pretty much every show and having these huge matches and the crowd really getting behind me. And it means so much to me. And I'm just so happy and grateful that I've been getting all these opportunities with them.
And you kind of came in at I feel like a really good time because, at the start of 2021, when you kind of first started, there was wrestling, but we were just kind of getting out of the pandemic, and now we're kind of, I don't want to say we're on the other side of it yet, but we are having shows with fans.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like I definitely did come in at a good time because when I first started training before I was doing shows, most people were doing like the closed tapings, no
Right.
fans, and I do know some people who actually really enjoyed that and felt it helped them. But in my mind, I just always thought that must be so difficult. And once I started doing shows in like July, that was right around when fans were starting to come back, which I think really helped me because especially with my debut being in the countdown and having that moment where I got to eliminate Max, Smashmaster, and Mortar, I feel like that's something that you need the fans to be there to see, like to get that huge pop, get that huge reaction. And without them, it just that moment wouldn't have been the same. And I feel like I wouldn't necessarily be where I am now without the fans there for that moment. So I do think I'm pretty lucky in that right when I started doing shows was when fans started returning because I think they've just fueled me so much and I think it would be pretty different if I'd started doing shows without fans just in these closed tapings.
Right. I mean, like, if you didn't get that reaction when you eliminated Smashmaster and Mordor, and you eliminated them, and then it was crickets with nobody there. It it's kind of, did I do something good? Did I do something bad? Was that hot? Was that cold? But obviously the fans are that thermostat of what you're of what I'm doing is doing good right now.
Exactly, you're getting that like okay, they liked that, but without the fans there, you don't know. Okay, was that good? Will they respond well to it? But having them there, I knew in the moment. I'm like, okay, that was good. They really enjoyed it.
Alright. Now, you was in a six-pack challenge match for the Chaotic World Championship with some heavy hitters: Alec Price, current Limitless champion; DVN, the current Chaotic champion; AC Ramero, who was on Impact Wrestling for a long time. When did you find out about that, and what did it mean to you to be in that match?
Oh, that match was honestly just an honor to be in. I got in that match in December when they announced the return of Pandemonium, which is the name of that match in that show. And Ace Ramiro was he was the first guy who was announcing his entrant into it. And to prepare for it, he wanted to wrestle a few people, kind of just, show off. So he wrestled a few people, won his match pretty quickly and easily. So he wanted to wrestle one more person, and he said, all right, if this person beats me, I'll give them my spot at Pandemonium. So, I mean, I think it's Ace Ramiro, so that is terrifying, but you get a spot at Pandemonium if you win, so might as well give it a try. So I went out there, I answered his challenge, and not gonna lie, he did almost have me beat after he pounced me, and he was about to give me his package pile driver. But then Santa Claus came and saved the day. He came out to the ring, pump kicked Ace Ramiro, and I was able to get the win after that. So I earned my spot in Pandemonium in December, so about a month before. And that match I was very nervous to be a part of it because, like you said, very big names in that match, very good wrestlers, and I'm still so new. I'm like, okay, do I belong in this match with them? They're also established, but it really was such an honor to get to work with all of them in that match, and I feel like it really helped to establish me even more. It's like, okay, this girl is legit. Because I feel like up until that point, a lot of my wins I've gotten had kind of been, not gonna lie, maybe some luck. People probably thought they were flukes. A lot of roll ups, Santa Claus helped me beat Ace Ramiro. So I don't know if people knew if I was necessarily legitimate or not. And I feel like being in that match helped me to establish, yeah, I can hang with the big dogs. I didn't come away with the win, but I do think I had a great showing, and I showed everyone that, yeah, Shannon LeVangie is a top star, and to keep a lookout for her.
Absolutely. And I mean, you had Santa Claus on your side.
I mean, I guess I've been good last year because he came to my house and, he thought Shannon LeVangie, she deserves to be in Pandemonium. So we're going to make that happen. And that was my Christmas gift this year, getting to be in Pandemonium.
I mean, it's incredible to get a W on Ace Ramiro because, there's been a lot of people that it took them 3, 4 tries to get a W on him, and you did it in your first shot.
Yes, with a little bit of help, but hey, it was still a win.
It's still a win.
I will take that 100%.
Now, you may not have won the the Pandemonium match, but you did beat Everett in a version of her that hasn't taken a lot of L's. So, what did it mean to you to be, a staple of New England wrestling right now?
Yeah, getting to get that win over Ava Everett was really cool because that was a match I had been building up for a few months. It had started with we sometimes will do NEPWA, New England Pro Wrestling Academy, student showcases at the Chaotic shows.
Yeah.
And it was in September, we were doing one of those at the show, and Ava Everett was going to be wrestling. And so I came out to wrestle her, and then she told me, oh, you're not wrestling me. You're instead going to be wrestling someone else who wants revenge on you. That guy being Max Smashmaster, the man who I eliminated in the countdown. So now I'm being thrown this huge curveball. I have to wrestle Max Smashmaster now. And I came away with the win somehow in that match too. I don't know how I do it sometimes. I eliminated Max Smashmaster. I beat Ace Ramiro. I beat Max Smashmaster in this match. So obviously I was upset because I was excited to get to wrestle Ava Everett that night, but obviously didn't get to happen. And by beating Max Smashmaster, I had earned my spot, and they had a Panoptic Championship scramble later that night. So now I was going to be in that scramble. but Ava Everett had attacked me and stole my spot in that. So now, I'm just upset with her. Right. I was excited to wrestle her at first, but then she threw this huge curveball at me, took my championship opportunity that I earned, and now I'm like, okay, now I'm upset with this girl. Now I want to fight her even more. Not just because, I look up to her, but because she's been, messing with me and taking things from me, my opportunities. So I challenged her to a fight. She once again said no, had me wrestle Aaron Rourke, and I came away with the win there once again. I rolled him up, got the quick pin, 1, 2, 3, shocked everyone again. And now I'm even more upset. She dodged me again. She's even more upset that I keep getting these wins. And so we got to do a tag match. I got to team with Alicia Edwards, which was such a cool opportunity to get to team up with her against Ava and Paris Van Dale. And at this match, although I wanted her one-on-one, I'm like, you know what? I get a tag match. I still get to have my hands on her. Right. But every time I got in that ring, she would run away and tag Paris Van Dale in, which fueled me up even more. And then she wouldn't come into the ring with me until I was already down, so it was nice and easy for her. But then that match, I rolled up Paris Van Dale, won again. She's even more upset. I'm even more upset. So then finally we got to have our one-on-one match at Breaking Point. There was no more running. It was official. We were going one-on-one. And I was angry, but I was excited that I was finally getting this opportunity. Especially, like you said, someone against Ava Everett, very well established, very good professional wrestler, and being so new, getting to get this win against her, huge for me. This is such a huge opportunity. And I was very happy with how the match went. We started off hot. I didn't want to just lock up and start, nice and easy. I wanted to get to her. I wanted to get my hands on her. And we got right into it from the match. And then I finally got that win at the end, a nice established win, because at that point I'd been getting a lot of roll-ups. People saw it as luck, as a fluke. But Ava Everett, I got this nice established win on her. There was no ifs, did she really win? Did she get lucky? And yeah, it was huge getting a win like that so early in my career against someone like Ava Everett.
Now, first and foremost, the six-pack challenge tag team matches, you're not maybe in there with the whole mix. But what was it like? Would the nerves turned up a little bit more having, a singles match against somebody as big as Ava?
Yeah, having a singles match against someone like her, the stakes are definitely up, especially at that point, because I had something to prove, and I had been wanting to fight her over and over again, and I feel like I have to, I've been challenging her, so I have to live up to that. I can't just back down. So I think a match like that, I really just wanted that to be the opportunity to establish myself at that point. And I think I did that. The stakes were high, but I think that's where I honestly thrive the most, is when the stakes are highest. So I'm happy with how I delivered. I got that win, and I think that was kind of that very first step of, okay, Shannon LeVangie, she's here to stay. Everyone kind of got that first glimpse of what I'm really capable of.
Oh, absolutely. Do you feel like Ava was kind of scared to get in the ring with Shannon LeVangie because she kept dodging you as many times as she did?
Honestly, maybe a little bit. I think part of it was I had just started wrestling in January, and now it's at this point September, October, and I'm starting to become a regular on Chaotic, which is pretty quick for most people. Yeah. And we've been having these NEPWA student showcases, so besides myself, other students are getting chances to showcase themselves. And when Ava Everett was a student, she didn't get those opportunities. They didn't have the NEPWA student showcase. So I think part of it was just jealousy of, okay, why is Shannon getting these opportunities so quickly when they didn't have those opportunities for me? I think she felt she had a lot more obstacles to climb, which I do understand. Like, I was very lucky to get those, like, a few matches in these NEPWA student showcases, and she didn't have that. So I think that's kind of where it all stemmed from, was jealousy of the opportunities. But then I think when, obviously, she saw me beat Max Smashmaster and then Aaron Rourke, I think it was kind of like, okay, I thought this girl was just, being handed these things, but she's actually pretty good. So I think that's when she kind of started getting a little intimidated. And I don't know if I want to get in the ring with her. I've been talking a big game, but she's been coming away with these wins. So I don't think she wanted to be the next victim. And when I finally got to wrestle her, that's what happened.
Did it add any fuel to the fire that during one of your matches, she attacked you with a phone and then posted it on social media and said, "Did your mom like that video?"
Yeah, I knew her being ringside doing social media, I knew it wasn't going to go well for me. Like, she's not just going to stand there and watch the whole match and not get involved. So I wasn't surprised it happened. Was I happy about it? Not at all. And then to see it posted on social media and my mom commenting on it, I'm like, Ava, come on. But I I wasn't surprised at all. Like, of course she's gonna do something. She's ringside doing social media, and I'm wrestling. She's up to no good. She already didn't like me, so like I said, it did add more fuel to the fire, definitely. And I think at the end, her just keep adding fuel to the fire. I think in the end, that's what helped me beat her. So, maybe at the time she thought it was funny to add fuel to the fire, but in the end, it didn't work out for her.
She got burned.
Exactly.
Now, you was named Rookie of the Year. You tied with Love Doug. Does getting that title make you feel like you're on the right track?
Oh, 100%. Especially tying someone like Love Doug, who I think Love Doug's amazing. Like, how do you not love Doug?
Oh,
And
absolutely.
right, and the crowd, they love him. I mean, like I said, how can you not? And to know that like the crowd who were the ones that voted and that I tied with him, so the fact that they kind of like view us, they love both of us. I think that was really cool. Just knowing, okay, not only am I like earning all these opportunities, but the crowd is behind me and they want to see me keep getting these opportunities and keep moving forward. So I think, yes, it's definitely putting me on the right track, but it does also just motivate me more because maybe next year when we have the awards come around again, maybe I want Breakout Star of the Year or Match of the Year or some other award. I want more. So while I am very happy with that, that's just step one. I want to keep building on that and I want to improve myself and I want to get more.
Could I make a prediction here?
Let's hear it.
PWI
Yes.
top 150 women, you make the list.
Ooh, you know what? I like that prediction. I think that's an amazing goal, and thank you for predicting that because that's something that obviously such a huge honor. And if I could get that, like I said, that's not it. I'm not done, but that's another step, and I can just improve and improve and improve from there.
Absolutely. Now, you tied for a Rookie of the Year with Love Doug. How do you avoid Love Doug's love?
I don't think you can, if I'm being honest. I don't think that's possible. He has so much love and he loves everyone. So even if you don't love him, he's gonna love you. So I I don't think you can avoid it if I'm being honest.
Well, I mean, if you've asked Stevie N or Becca, there were marriage proposals and date matches made. So as long as
Yeah,
you don't
like
get that.
he's relentless. He wants love and he's gonna get it no matter what it takes, whether it be proposing to people maybe he just met or date matches. So yeah, it's inevitable. He's gonna try, and you can't avoid the love.
Now you mentioned it. You teamed with Alicia Edwards. What did it kind of mean to you, and what did you learn from such a veteran? Because she kind of trained the generation before you as well.
Right. Because I have obviously seen a lot of Alicia Edwards matches from when she was in, because she's been in Chaotic for a while, so I've seen a lot of her matches and obviously, like, think very highly of her because of how much she's done for professional wrestling. And getting the team with her, I did definitely learn a lot, and it was really an honor to get her by my side, knowing she had my back in that situation. We had never met before. That was our first time ever being in the ring together. We didn't know each other, but I guess she must have seen my work, seen what I've been doing, and she had my back against Ava Everett and Paris Van Dale. So I was just extremely fortunate that I had someone like her in my corner, backing me up. And then she was at Pandemonium, our last event too, so getting to see her again after that and like seeing like how far I've come, even just since I wrestled with her, 2 months prior. So I definitely do feel like I learned a lot from her just in that one match, being on the same side as her. And yeah, I keep saying this, but I'm extremely lucky for all of the opportunities I've been getting. Tagging with Alicia Edwards definitely being one of them.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, teaming with Alicia Edwards, beating AC Ramero, Ava Everett, being in that Pandemonium match. You've done so much in such a short span of time. What's your headspace like?
I think honestly, just keep moving forward. I'm very happy with where I'm at now, but I'm not content with where I'm at now. I want to keep getting better, keep improving. With how new I am, I know there's a lot of room for improvement. There's so much I haven't learned yet, so many people that I haven't stepped in the ring with yet who I would love to, and I just think there is so much more room for improvement. And to be where I'm at now with being wrestling for just over a year, I want to see what I'm capable of because I don't even know what I'm capable of yet. But I know that it's a lot more than where I'm at now. So I want to keep working, keep training, keep improving because like I think that I have a lot of improvement to do, and I'm excited to see where I can get at even a year from now. See how much I've improved from now to then.
What do you? And obviously, the fans have kind of stuck with you at this point. Where do you feel like that connection with the fans come from, on your perspective?
I think part of it is wrestling. You have maybe a lot of people who are like big and strong and like muscular. You don't see a lot of, small little 19-year-old girls wrestling. And it's something that's like pretty different. I'm one of the youngest wrestlers on the roster, if maybe the youngest, definitely one of, if not the youngest. And I think it's just, I don't even know. I think overcoming the odds, beating the likes of Max Smashmaster, Ava Everett, Ace Ramero, Aaron Rourke, and just kind of being in the Pandemonium match.
Causing a little bit of
People wouldn't
trouble.
exactly like I like to stir the pot a little bit. I guess that's why I'm the troublemaker, and I just think that people see that and they think, okay, like someone like Shannon, she can overcome all these odds and be in this Pandemonium match for the heavyweight title with all these huge names. Like I feel like they kind of connect to that and they think, all right, if someone like her can do it, maybe I could do it too. And I think that's kind of where the connection forms in a way.
All right. And your fandom is apparent as well. Well, what um was have you had a moment with a fan that wanted your autograph or photo?
Yeah, I more recently been like having people coming up and asking for like autographs and pictures, and I think the first time it happened was I was doing a show in Maine and I came out at intermission and I just came out because I think my mom was there watching, so I went to go talk to her, and then like I had like a few fans come asking for autographs and pictures, and I'm like, with me? You want my autograph and a picture with me? Because I don't know. I'm just like, oh, I'm just a regular person who's doing wrestling because I love it. Because I remember, like, when I would meet wrestlers, I would obviously want their autographs and pictures. And it just was weird to me at first, thinking, oh, people want my autographs and my pictures. And more recently, that's definitely been happening a bit more. And I'm still kind of like not shocked by it, but I'm like, oh, you want Shannon's autograph? Okay, that's kind of cool. Like, yeah, of course. So I just think that's really cool that now I'm getting to the point where people are kind of starting to look up to me and thinking, this girl's cool. I want a picture with her. I want her autograph. And honestly, I'm loving it. I'm loving every second of it.
That's awesome. Now, you used in the match, specifically in the match with Ava Everett, you used a move that is like an execution setup into a cutter. Can you tell us about how you developed that, or was that just something you came up on the fly?
Yeah, so that's like a kind of a twist of fate type move, and the person who actually recommended that move to me was Becca. She's
Oh,
someone who has helped me a lot in my training, has given me a lot of advice, and kind of like been a mentor to me. And at class one day, she was like, I have a move you should try. I think you would do it really well. And so we practiced it in class, and I was like, you know what? I like that move. I think I'm going to use it. And so I think it was a great finisher, and I got to use it on Ava Everett, and that's what won me a match. But yeah, Becca was the one who had recommended that move to me, thinking that I could execute it well.
is that your finisher now?
Yes, for now. I have some moves I'm working on that, I can't spoil them because then people see them coming.
Fair
But
enough. Yes.
for now, I have been using that with my finisher, and it's been working out pretty well so far.
Does it have a name yet?
I'm still thinking of a name. I need something like creative that matches me,
How
because
about
it's kind of
uh,
let's hear it.
the Trouble Ender?
Ooh, I, I like that. The Trouble Ender. Honestly, that might I kind of like it. That might be a good possibility.
Ooh,
One
okay.
thing I was also thinking was like kind of like shenanigans, but shenanigans. A little pun play in there.
Yes.
But I like Trouble Ender too, so maybe I'll have to get another finishing move, two finishing moves, and they're my names.
There you go. The
Yeah,
Trouble Ender and the Shenanigans. I love the
there we
wordplay.
go. I mean, who doesn't love a good pun?
Oh, absolutely. Aren't you glad I said banana?
But
Um, now, for something everybody wants to know, are we going to see a headband club?
ooh, like kind of like a scrunchy squad type thing.
Yeah, I didn't want to say squad because
Yeah,
obviously Becca's
obviously.
squad.
Yeah,
So
that's Becca's thing.
yeah, so club or guild or something.
Hope I would be here for that. Like I said, I'm working on my merch and I'm working on headbands, so I think that's a good possibility. Like everyone wearing their headbands when I come out, and to be honest, at first I started wearing the headband because I just wanted my hair to be out of my way. That was kind of like the main reason I wore it. And it just kind of stuck with me. I was like, all right, I kind of like the look of the headband. It's different. It's me. But I would love a headband club or something like that. Especially seeing like younger girls like wearing it. Like I, I would love that. I think that should become a thing. Hopefully when I start selling my merch and selling my headbands, that will happen.
Well, if it does become a thing in the future, could we say that myself and my co-hosts were the inaugural members?
Oh, 100%.
All right, yes.
You'll be like, maybe like, if I can be like the president, you guys can be like the vice presidents.
I will take that.
All right, there we go. We have it. If that ever happens, or I should say when it happens, we already have like the headband club committee.
All right, we'll workshop in here. I love it.
Yes.
That being said, are scrunchies sus?
I don't think so. I love scrunchies. Actually, I don't really wear them that much if I'm being honest, but like, because I just don't make them work. But I don't think scrunchies are sus. I think they're awesome. And Becca, she really pulls them off well. And Even though I don't wear them, I feel like I'm kind of like an honorary member of the Scrunchy Squad. But no, I love them, and I don't think they're sus.
Alright, I mentioned this because Becca was promoting you on Twitter, and she said, she's great, but she only wears headbands, which is kind of sus.
You know what? I do remember that, and I was like, Becca, what are you talking about? But I think, you know what? I still stand by it. I don't think scrunchies are sus, and maybe if I let her join the headband club, she'll have a change of heart. Maybe she's just kind of like jealous that like she wasn't in a headband club. But if I can get her to join it, then maybe like we'll be on the same page on headbands.
Alright. And if you could get her to have the headband on without the scrunchie, like that's like a major win.
Ooh, I don't know if Becca would ever come out without a scrunchie. That might be asking a lot. But maybe if we can find a way to make it work where if maybe we can tag and we can find a way to have a headband and a scrunchie in one hairdo. I don't know how that would work, but if we can make it work, just imagine the power that would hold.
It would be the most fashionable thing ever, but if you could both get your things in there.
Exactly. Like, would it be fashionable? I don't know. Probably not, but maybe we can make it work. And if we could, I don't know. I think we'd be unstoppable.
I mean, if anybody could make it work, it's definitely Becca and you.
I mean, obviously, yeah.
I feel like anything that Becca does at this point works.
Oh yeah, she can make anything work. So if I can do with anyone, it's Becca. And hopefully one day down the road we'll get the tag together, and then maybe the scrunchies and headbands will unite.
Sounds that just sounds awesome. All right. Now you come out to Troublemaker by Ollie Morse. Are you a fan of Ollie Morse, or did you just happen to come up across the song and said this is perfect for my for what I'm doing?
I really like Ollie Murs. I mean, Ollie Murs is cool, I guess, but it's not like I'm like a big Ollie Murs fan, I guess. But I love that song. It just has such a good beat to it, and I love whenever I come out, I just see everyone like bopping their heads, and I'm like, yeah, because like it has a cool little beat to it. Either Florida is in that song too. Usually it cuts off before he makes his appearance. So I'm a big Florida fan, so that was part of it. But no, I liked the song. It had a nice little upbeat to it, and I felt it fit me. But mainly, I just kind of liked the little beat it had, and I think the crowd does too because everyone's always bopping their head. That's what I wanted.
Oh, absolutely. But I knew that song before I came across you, so I have it on my playlist. So
Yeah, it's a pretty. I think it's from like 2011 or something, so it's
yeah,
been
pretty
around a
old.
while. But I feel like it's a very underrated song, and I want to bring it back.
Well, I think you're doing that.
There we go. That's what I hope for, and now people hopefully will hear and think, "Oh, that's Shannon's song."
You know, I just, the other day I was in the car and She's Got the Look came on the radio. And the first thing I thought about was this wrestler I interviewed, Lori. Her ring music was She's Got the Look, and that was the first thing I thought about.
I feel like if you're a wrestler and you get to the point where people hear like a pretty like established song and they think of you, that you're doing a good job. If they can associate a regular song with you and your entrance, and I'm hoping that's what happens with Troublemaker. People hear it and they think, oh, they don't think this is Ollie Murs' song. No, this is Shannon LeVangie's song. That's what I want.
Right? That being said, I think this is a good segue into the colossal question, not featuring Kaliko this time.
All
Now,
right.
you've been in the wrestling business for a little while now. They already decided to make a movie about you. Every movie
Ooh.
has a soundtrack. What would be the first three songs on the soundtrack to your wrestling career so far?
Oh, this is. Ooh. I gotta think about this. I mean, obviously, this is the obvious answer, but I feel like Troublemaker would have to be in there. Like,
I think that was a
that's what
given.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty obvious one. What other songs would fit for Shannon? You know what? Every once in a while, I'll come out to this song instead of Troublemaker. It's called Tell Me Something I Don't Know. It's by Selena Gomez. It's in the movie Another Cinderella Story. And I kind of like that song because it's like kind of sassy. And I feel like it kind of goes along with Troublemaker. Like, all right, like, I know I'm cool. Like, I know I'm awesome. I like to stir the pot a little bit. So I feel like that might be in there. And another song, ooh. I don't know why this comes to mind because it's kind of a random song that like I normally don't even listen to, but it just crossed my mind, so I guess that's a sign I should say it. But it's in the Legally Blonde movie. The opening song, Perfect Day. And I just feel like that song, it's very, I'm a very upbeat person. I like upbeat songs. And I like to think I have like a positive mindset. And that song, it has a very positive mindset. It's about we're gonna have a perfect day. And especially with wrestling, I think, all right, we're gonna have a great match. We're gonna go have a banger. We're gonna kill it. And I think that fits well for me. So it's a very different three songs, I guess. Not different from each other, but very random. But I think those might be my three songs.
No, I dig it.
Maybe if I had more time to think, I might come up with something that has a little bit more meaning to me, but those were the first things that came to mind. So I feel like sometimes you just gotta go with your gut instinct, and that's what my gut instinct was.
Well, that being said, do you lock it in?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, we are locked in. But that being
No
said,
changing now.
you could only, that being said, you could message me afterwards and give me other songs.
If I change my mind, I'll message you like, wait, I'm gonna eliminate this song. This song's better. But
And
I think I'm happy with those three.
You would not be the first person to do that. Because I would be putting up the interview and I'd just get a random message and it would be, hey, remember the song question? I'd like to replace this song.
Which honestly, that's a good possibility because I know tonight I'm gonna be going to bed. I'm gonna be thinking about that. And be like, are there any other songs that would be better? And maybe I'll think of some. Maybe I won't. But if I have a change of heart, then I'll let you know. But hopefully, my gut instinct is right, and those three songs were made.
Right, and if she does change her mind, folks, then her replacement songs will be in the description of the video below, both on YouTube and Castbox, and on Twitter.
There we go. But hopefully they won't change. Hopefully those three I listed are the three to stay.
Alright. Now on to a controversial subject. Pineapple on pizza. What's your stance?
No. To be fair, I'm also just a really picky eater. So I just like my pizza with just cheese on. Like, I don't like any toppings. I just like it plain. So that's why I don't like pineapple on pizza. But I feel like in general, like, I don't know. Why are you putting pineapple on pizza? I can understand, like, pepperoni and the simple stuff. Like, even though I won't eat it, I can understand it. But pineapple, I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me. Now, what are your thoughts on that?
No, I respect that.
Oh,
Every now and again, I like sausage on my pizza, but just plain pizza I like it. Simple. It's a simple thing, and I enjoy just plain cheese pizza as well.
yeah, sometimes I don't like things being too elaborate. So just keeping it simple, I think, is the best option a lot of the time.
Well, let me ask you this: does cheese belong on a hamburger?
I think, yeah, yeah, it does. I can, like I said, I can see it either way, but
Because
I think cheese belongs in a hamburger.
because and I love cheeseburgers, but some people say that cheese ruins a hamburger, and I'm just like, what?
No, I mean you can have a hamburger without cheese. That's fine, but I think cheese can go on a. You can have a cheeseburger, of course. I think they go together well.
Absolutely. Now, what's your spirit Pokemon?
My spirit Pokemon? To be honest, I don't really know about Pokemon. I know Pikachu, and that's about it. So I might just have to go with Pikachu because I mean he's the only one I know, but he seems like a cool guy. Seems nice and cute and little, and I like him. So that might be my answer, mainly because he's the only one I know, unfortunately.
Fair enough. For this question, you'll be asked on a wrestling podcast. Would you
All
ever
right,
consider wrestling a rock? Not Dwayne Johnson, not the country, an actual rock.
an actual rock. You know what? Why not? Wrestling has a lot of weird things happening in it. And I feel like wrestling a rock probably wouldn't even be the weirdest. You can, and you know what I think is great about wrestling a rock is you can lay on it, pin it. How's the rock gonna kick out? So I feel like it's a nice, easy win, if I'm being honest. So I would do it.
Alright.
There's been weirder.
For context, there's this wrestler named Psycho Mike that wrestled an actual rock for over 15 minutes in what was dubbed a Tungsten Man match, an Iron Man match that lasted for 2 weeks.
15 minute that seems a little aggressive. I was thinking like a nice quick match, get that win, and that's it. I don't know about that, but I mean, go off to him. If he can pull it off, then good for him.
I mean, the match, they only recorded 15 minutes. The match lasted for 2 weeks.
Oh, the match was 2 weeks?
Yes. And he didn't win.
See, that's unfortunate. Losing to a rock. How did the rock pin him? Like, I want to have to look up this match because that sounds actually very intriguing.
I will message it to you.
Okay, good, because, see, that's the thing, is you hear about this and you think, alright, I want to watch that now. So maybe if I have a match with a rock, and people think, Shannon had a match with a rock? Alright, I gotta see this.
Just, if you ever find yourself in Canada, look up a guy named Von Vertigo, and he could make the match happen.
Alright, if I'm ever in Canada, I know the first thing I'm doing now. I want a match with a rock.
Maybe you'll do better than the 319 to 319 tie he had with him.
Hopefully, but I don't know, if I lose to a rock, that would be very unfortunate. Let's just hope that wouldn't happen.
Well, in his defense, he tore both his ACLs in the match.
He tore both his ACLs?
It's a joke. He didn't.
Oh, I was like, how? Okay, at least that was a joke.
And well, again, I'll message you the match.
Wow, I need to see this because this sounds. Yeah, you know what? You're right. That was probably the weirdest question that I would be asked about wrestling, and look where now I'm gonna be watching a new match that I never heard of, but it's gonna be something.
Oh, absolutely. Now, we love Tracy Smothers on the show. Do you know the acronym for Doug? THUG.
I don't. I didn't know there was an acronym.
Yes. And the acronym
What is it?
goes T is for terrible, H is for hell, U is for ugly, and G is for jail, because a Doug can't spell.
Well, you know what? I'm glad I've never been called a thug then, because I guess that's not a good thing. I didn't even know that had an acronym, but I'm just glad that I haven't been called that, because then I would know that person apparently didn't like me.
Well, no, Tracy came up with that acronym himself.
Honestly, that's creative.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
We love Tracy, guy that hasn't got his flowers as much as he should, and he definitely deserves that.
And with that creativity, like, you deserve it. You deserve to get the respect and recognition.
Yeah. Alright, now it's time for that segment once again. Shannon LeVangie, Bizarre Adventure. You're a pro wrestler that goes up and down the roads, and weird, crazy, and bizarre things are bound to happen. Can you tell us a road story that fits that description?
Let's see. So, I've actually haven't been on many. I've only really been on like 2, I think. But we went to a show in New York. I was with Paris Van Dale, Armani Chaos, Galbar K, and Randy Rivera. And we were staying in a hotel, and it was terrible. It was just the room, like the bathroom. There was this giant stain in the shower that we don't know what it was, but it was nasty. When we got there, the toilet was clogged. The sink, like, it was clogged with something, and we went to go, like, ask if we could switch rooms, and somehow this hotel was all full, which I don't get because it was kind of nasty. But like I said, I've only been on 2, so I haven't really had much, exposure and experience to, like, have very weird encounters, but that was the first one we went on. I feel like that's probably, like, the weirdest story I have, which I know isn't very exciting, but with only 2 trips, there's not too much opportunity for that, but I'm sure down the line I will have much more and much weirder.
And I would say hopefully not, but then again, you're in the pro wrestling world, so I think one time somebody said, I'm trying to stay out of trouble, and I said, is that even possible in the wrestling world? And he said, no, it's not.
I mean, and I'm the troublemaker, so
Right.
trouble is bound to happen. So, yeah, that's another thing. Doug's love and weird road experiences, you can't avoid them.
Alright, and I really don't want to ask this question, but what was the color of the stain in the shower?
It was like kind of like a tannish color, like not brown, but like kind of like a tannish color in a white shower.
Okay.
Like it was very obvious and weird.
Yeah. Okay, I get that. Alright, getting off that subject onto a more serious one. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I don't know. I just want to be the best wrestler I can be, no matter where that takes me. So I don't have like I mean, I do have goals, but I just want to I want to improve. I want to be the best I can be, and wherever that takes me, then as long as I'm trying my best and doing my best, that's all I can ask, and I'll be happy with that.
Alright. What is a match people should go out of their way to see that best shows off what Shannon LeVangie is all about?
Honestly, I think my most recent match at Pandemonium was will show people what I'm all about. Because, like I said, even though I didn't come out on top, I think I got to be in the ring with some of the best, and I hung in there with them. I showed that I can be in the ring with them, and I think that really showcased what I can do and what I'm capable of. So that match right there, Pandemonium, I think that's a good match to watch of Shannon LeVangie.
Now, just one other random question. Has LeVangie ever been on a plane that lacked a left phalange?
Oh, you know what? That actually reminds me, my brother, his name is Phil. And so I remember hearing about when he was in middle school, people call him Philange. That just reminded me of that when you said Philange.
So now,
So yeah, that's just a random story.
no, I'm glad you brought it up. So not a fan of Friends?
I wouldn't say I'm not a fan. I just haven't really gotten into it, but I've watched it a little bit.
Okay. Well, that's what.
But I just is it from that?
Yeah, the left phalange is literally the last episode of Friends.
See, I've watched episodes here and there, but I've never watched the full show and really got invested into it. But
Okay.
no, what I've watched of it, I do like it.
Now, we are nearing the conclusion of this interview, so we are wrestling with the 8 questions of doom.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh no.
This is our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see You really are. Are you ready?
Okay, let's go.
Excluding yourself, greatest wrestler of all time.
John Cena.
Worst wrestler of all time.
Worst, that's rude. I'm gonna go with, oh god, I don't know. I feel bad saying that someone, that's mean. But someone who, I don't know, I feel like,
You can pass
oh
if you
god,
want.
you know what? Come back to me on that. I'm also not good at just saying stuff like that, because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, even though I know they would probably never see it, but we'll
Would you like
pass.
the default answer?
Let's hear it.
You have chosen Eva Marie.
Ooh, you know, I like Eva Marie, kind of, if I'm being honest. Like,
Well,
you
how
know
do
what,
you
I'll
like her
say
because
what first came to
Chelsea...
mind for me. What first came to mind for me, I don't know why, once again, Great Khali.
Alright,
He just, but no, I kind of like Eva Marie, so I can't say her.
so we're changing it to the Great Khali. Alright.
Yeah, we'll do that. Sorry, Great Khali, but he probably won't ever hear me say that. And if he does, then, oop,
Your main event in WrestleMania for the World Championship. Who is your opponent?
Sasha Banks.
If you could come out to anyone's entrance music, past or present, who would it be?
I'm gonna have to go with John Cena. I love his song. I love John Cena, and I love his song.
Which one, though?
One song?
No, which one? The Thugonomics or
Oh.
My Time Is Now?
My Time Is Now.
Okay. Finish the sentence. Kayfabe is...
I feel like, oh, I guess real? I don't know. That's just kind of what I feel like that's the go-to is real. I'm kind of, I guess if it's whatever you want it to be, I guess. Kayfabe is whatever you want it to be. That's what my answer is.
Alright. Also would have accepted tastes great on toast.
Ooh, I didn't think of that one.
It's not an actual answer.
But you know what? If you want it to be, it can be.
Squash. Fruit or vegetable?
Mm, I'm gonna go. I don't. Is there a right answer to this, or
There
is
is a
it
right answer to this.
vegetable?
It is a fruit.
Oh, really?
Yes, but you are now officially in good graces with Kaliko Yachts, a part of Squash Squad, which means a hell of a lot more.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
I'm not very smart when it comes to things like that, so I'm not surprised I got that wrong. I just, my heart said vegetable, but I guess my heart did me wrong.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, we had somebody say, technically it's a fruit, but I eat it as a vegetable. So, some people will deny that it's a fruit to the end. Kaliko will say that if it's not in fruit salad, then it's not a fruit.
I feel like tomato's another one of those things. Like, isn't that technically a fruit, but
It
everyone
is.
thinks it's a vegetable? See, maybe it's kind of like that. But in my heart, a tomato's a vegetable, but I do understand that it is really a fruit.
Alright. New Japan wrestler Taichi, his ring gear gets smaller every year, revealing more of himself to the world. My question, what is the appropriate trunks to butt cheek ratio for ring gear?
Oh, God. I don't know.
There is no wrong
What's.
answer.
Oh, I don't even know, like, what I should say. What's, like, the typical answer you get?
Just kind of sometimes, depending on who you ask, as much as they want, as if it fits the character, 30%, half.
I like the answer about if fits the character, because, I don't want to give a number. It's whatever you want it to be, I guess.
Alright.
So I like that answer. Whatever your character thinks it should be.
And the last question, the main event, the thing everybody wants to know. Have you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
You know, surprisingly enough, I have not. But that is my goal in life now, is to have a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin. Next time I'm in a supermarket, I'll just go up to someone and ask and see what their thoughts on Darby Allin are. But that's not a goal I ever knew I had, but now I have it, I guess.
Well, if you do actually ever come across somebody, could you please record it and send it to me? Because I don't know if you've seen our YouTube page, but we've actually gone into supermarkets and asked random people if they knew who Darby Allin was.
How often do they know who Darby Allin is?
Never.
Never. You know what? I'll find someone who knows Darby Allin, and when I do, I will send that to you.
Please do that. And of course, that was the correct answer. And
How shocked would you have been if I had that interaction? That would have been amazing.
well, we've only ever had one person ever have a conversation about Darby in a supermarket.
Who was that?
Jack Stevens. And it was kind of technically cheating because Darby was in the supermarket with him.
Was the conversation with Darby Allin?
No, it was about
Okay.
the grocery, the checkout girl that thought he was homeless,
Oh,
and him explaining he just dresses like that.
yeah, he's very much not homeless, but
No,
you know what? You know what? He did have a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin, so you know what? I say that counts.
it does count, and we have counted it since literally nobody else has had a
Surprisingly
conversation.
enough.
But that will conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with us.
Yes, thank you for having me. I had a really fun time.
I had a blast as well. Could you tell us once again where we can find you on social media?
Yes, so both social medias for Instagram and Twitter are at Shannon LeVangie. The LeVangie is L-E-V. Some people think it's L-A-V, but L-E-V. And that's where you can find me.
And you can find those links in the description of the video below, both on YouTube and Castbox. You've been listening to her for an hour. Give her a damn follow. And when she
That's right.
And when she gets some merchandise, buy a damn shirt.
Yes, when I get that out, I'm going to want people repping me, so you got to get on that.
I'll even, whenever you do get your merchandise, hopefully you'll have Pro Wrestling Tees or Big Cartel or one of those. I will update the video and have that link in the description of the video below, too.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. We try to do our part here. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. Of course, this was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us next Wednesday for another incredible interview. Follow the show at Wrestling with E, both on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow me at JamesJ993. You can follow Kaliko at I Am Kaliko, and you can follow Scooter at Scooter Dust. Of course, on the Remix, the only live alternative commentary on the web today for WWE events, only on the UNSP network and on the Smoking Dragons Twitch stream as well. Alright, Shannon, when I say wrestling with, you say entertainment.
Got you.
For our very special guest, Shannon LeVangie, Kaliko Yacht, Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with
Entertainment.
Hey guys, this is Brutal Bob Evans from Hangs with Bob Seminars and TheWrestleLife.com, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.